Thanks for sliding into the booth at the Millennial Diner podcast. Hey, it's Phil. I came to the diner a little early today, not to bask in the quiet of the diner before Jeff shows up, but to remind you of all the things. Follow us on social media to get the latest updates and shenanigans, and check out our merch available on TeePublic and the Dashery. Just search Millennial Diner Podcast, you'll find all the things. Executive producer Megan has created for you to consume. Well, not eat, like buy. Don't eat a shirt. Do check out all the t-shirts, sweatshirts, and stickers if you're feeling generous. Now I see Jeff entering the diner, so let's get this show started. Enjoy.
Jeff and Phil, they take the stage. Two voices wise beyond their age. Spin vinyl tales of old punk days. Rock and rebel in caffeinated haze.
Welcome to the Millennial Diner podcast. This is Jeff. I'm here with Phil, as per usual. Today, we are about to chow down on some delicious, greasy diner food, and we're going to rank the discography of a beloved band from the early scene days of the early 2000s. They only have 3 albums, so this episode may not last as long as our food, but we'll do our best.
I hopefully the food. I don't even know if the food get cold by the time we're done through.
I was going to say,
through all this.
I just read this book before the coffee gets cold. Have you heard about this book? It's a really delightful kind of fable kind of story about this little diner in Japan, and what they have is they have a seat that if you sit in that seat, you time travel anywhere you want, as long as you're in that seat, and you go back in time or to the future, whatever, and you can stay there and talk to whoever you want, but you can only stay there in that seat in the past, in a different time, before your coffee gets cold. Once your coffee gets cold, you zip back to the future.
Oh, all right. So you don't have a whole lot of time.
Not a whole lot of time.
No, like 20 minutes, maybe half hour tops.
You have a coffee that lasts that long? Man. That hot? I feel like coffee gets cold within like 12 minutes.
Yeah, that's the executive producer Megan's the same way. If it's not piping hot, she's not happy with it.
Yeah, I hate lukewarm
I
coffee.
guess
I love coffee. Love hot coffee. Lukewarm? Get out
I
of
guess
here.
I'm like the whole spectrum. I'll go from piping hot coffee to lukewarm to room temperature. To be sitting
Well,
there.
Phil, you replaced all the blood in your body with coffee decades ago, so...
I mean, at this point, I'm just not even... Yes, you're right. I'm just like a body of coffee at this point.
Let's get our order in, and then we can tell people what band we're covering. Flo, let's see. What do I want today? I just want kind of like tofu scramble.
Okay.
All the veggies, every vegetable you can find, put it in there. I don't care if it's fungi or I don't know, gourds.
Oh, gourds.
Yeah, whatever you got back there, put it all in
Root
there.
vegetables. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Jalapenos if you could. I would like some spice in there. A side of sourdough toast, no butter. I'm gonna put some marmalade on there, like I'm a fucking Paddington over here, and just a coffee with oat milk. That'd be great. Thanks, Flo.
Can I get a? Let's see.
You're looking over the menu, Phil. This is a big...
I was taking a look at it. It's always good to look to see things change. It doesn't. Can I get a rye toast with some butter? Yeah, a little bit, and then black coffee. That sounds good. Let's do that.
Solid order, Phil. I would
Solid
never call that order mid.
No, I wouldn't either. I mean, it's pinnacle. That's what it is. I think the phrase would be it's cinematic.
Cinematic. There you go. Mid reminds me of the band Midtown, who is anything but mid.
Anything but mid.
They fucking rule.
For a band that only put out 3 albums, yeah. I tell you.
I'm sick of people not talking about how fucking epic Midtown is. I just feel like if you saw them when they in their heyday, which we got to see a lot of,
yeah,
they had such confidence, which I feel like other bands of that scene just did not have that much confidence, where they just were like, do we have 3 singers? Hell yeah, we do.
Yeah, like it's funny to think about Midtown in a because they're in that bucket of bands that like I feel like they've kind of been forgotten about, but like sort of not. But if you knew, because you knew what they were like they were one of the best live bands I've ever seen in my entire life. They came out like you said, confidence, great way of putting that. Like they came out with such authority and almost like this sort of arrogance. They were like, no, you're at a Midtown show, bro. It doesn't matter who's on the bill. You're at a Midtown show. And I appreciate that much of confidence. I really do. They're like, no, we're ready. Let's go. We're gonna three three singers, whatever. We got this. No problem.
Yeah, I feel like you're right. Like I feel like they did get their flowers eventually because like 2022,
Mm.
My Chemical Romance convinced them to reunite so they could open a couple of their shows for their
See,
reunion show for their reunion
yeah,
show because they were very early on supporters of My Chem. Um, and they also got back together and they did a little tour, a little reunion tour. They kind of famously fell apart after their third album, where they, if you read our one of our favorite books, you know, Where Are the Boys Tonight, they talk about the story how they were opening for Fall Out Boy and like Fall Out Boy played a prank on them and it gets the tensions really high in the band and they kind of broke up
they
immediately.
just were like, that's it. I'm
Fall Out
done. We're
Boy was
done.
like, oh, I guess we helped break up Midtown. Sorry about that. But and then from there, Gabe support no, I'm not even gonna say his last name. Gabe
Supporta. Let's go with that.
Porta, yeah. He started Cobra Starship after that, and that I think in retrospect is probably the bigger legacy.
It's probably the bigger band. Yeah, to be honest. Yeah.
Which they're great, but they're definitely more of like a dance emo
I
pop
Well,
thing.
there was that little run of bands like that for a bit where it was like the Bravery and uh
Hello, goodbye.
Hello Goodbye, the Kaiser Chiefs, the Cobra Starship. There's some other just like this weird. I mean, that was even when Franz Ferdinand was kind of getting so like there was like this weird. There was a moment where it was like dancey rock was like becoming really
There was like a
popular.
dance indie rock phase that you're talking about there, and then there was like an emo dance pop, like Head
Yeah,
Automatica was in that, and
right. Yes.
yeah.
Okay. And then you had it was like
And then
dance.
Cobra Starship was like really the popper version. But I mean, Cobra Starship, of course, came on the scene with Snakes on a Plane was
Right.
their
Yeah.
big
Right. Yeah.
yeah, which I love that song, and it's the reason why Snakes on a Plane is a cinematic marvel.
I don't know who. I am sick of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. Greatest line. And you knew Samuel L. Jackson had that
Which
delivered.
apparently was um only got added in because people on the internet said he has to say this.
Well, he has to.
They
It's
had to
hilarious.
at the end. Yeah. Anyway, Snakes on a Plane was a 2006 movie about, you guessed it, a bunch of snakes on a
Snakes
plane.
on a plane. Yeah, yeah.
Mel Jackson. I mean, it sells itself. But yeah, they had a killer soundtrack.
Yep.
And Cobra Starship had a song where they brought in the singer from Academy is Gym Class Heroes, The Sounds, so many guest appearances. Pete Wentz is in the music video. It's just
It's just all over the place.
all over the place. But anyway, we don't care about Cobra Starship. We care about
No.
we are
Midtown.
Midtown. We are Midtown townies. We are Midtownies.
Well, everybody has a midtown. Like every city has a midtown, right? So it was kind of like relatable name just in itself. Although when I hear midtown, I think New York, and I always think of Midtown Comics.
Yeah,
Always.
I do too. But I also would think about Midtown Comics and Midtown in the same breath.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Midtown also did an EP with Millencolin, which is awesome back in the day because
Oh
they kind of
yeah.
sound similar and Gabe's voice kind of sounds similar to the singer of Millencolin, the Swedish pop punk band
Yep. Yep.
of the Epitaph years. Um, we should do an episode, Millencolin, at some
Just
point.
Millencolin. All right then. All right. Well, we'll get on there. We're gonna stick to Midtown at the moment, and
Oh yeah. Sorry.
there's only three albums.
3 albums, but you know, a lifetime of memories.
I mean, honestly, how many times do we see Midtown? Like, I feel like they were like it's like watching like Hot Rod Circuit. Like they opened for everybody.
Yeah, but Hot Rod Circuit didn't. While they were solid, but they didn't like
They weren't. They
they
didn't.
destroy you with the fury of rock. Like
No, and I feel like that's. See, it's funny you say that because I feel Midtown such a rock band. Like
yeah,
again, they came out like they were gonna. It did not matter what stage they were on. They were like, no, we are gonna kill this. Remember they played MTV, was it the MTV Beach House
hmm
one year? And I was like, wow, they're like, they own that state. They really do.
Yeah.
I
But
think it. I don't even think that was a song. That was the song. If I remember right, they didn't even do a song off the current album. They did a song from the previous album of at the MTV Beach House.
which is crazy to think, it's only 3 albums, and the first one comes out in 2000, the second one 2002, the third one 2004. Then they're done.
And
That's
they're
it.
done. That's it.
Basically,
They're around
it's like
for
someone went to
6.
college from 2000 2004. They
Yeah, they formed in '98 and were gone by 2004, 5. And
yeah.
off they went.
You know, what did they say? Burn out, don't fade away.
It's been, yeah, something like that.
Someone says that. Burn bright, burn out, don't fade away. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like David Lee Roth said that. No, David Lee Roth said, "Live fast, die young, leave a good-looking corpse." That was David Lee Roth.
Well, that's what Midtown did as well.
So yeah, we'll go with that then. All right, David Lee Roth for the win.
All
Okay.
right, Phil. Number 3. What do you got?
Oh my gosh. This is one of those weird ones where it's all about splitting hairs. I have the MCA debut at number 3. I have Living Well is the Best Revenge, and that is a great, great title. I have it here because I like the other ones better. And that's really all it comes down to.
Phil, I mean, that is such a valid reason to put that album, Living Well is the Best Revenge, at
Great
number
title.
3. It
Great
is
title.
it is a great title, and it's great that you think that's right. But um we can't all see the world through your eyes.
That's okay. No, it's okay. I have it down why I have it down there on the bottom because I feel like their very first album is amazing. I feel like the very last album is amazing. I feel like this one is just it's just to me not as good as the other two. And that is literally the only reason why I have it there. There's only 3, so like we're gonna have to make hard decisions out of the gate. What do you have for number 3, Jeff?
I have Forget What You Know from 2004, the last
There you
album.
go. Yep, yep.
And I have it there because not because it is their darkest album, their most
Oh, it is.
mature album, their
It
most
is.
experimental sound, their most, I don't know, alt rock and
It's a concept album too.
yeah,
Yeah.
introspective lyrics. It's kind of nihilistic at times.
Hmm.
I mean, the hit single "Give It Up," the banger, but like, what are they giving up? Well, it turned out they were giving up. Midtown was happening,
That's what they were giving up.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
it expanded a year later. But I think this album is fantastic. It's part of me feels like there's something beautiful about Midtown only having these 3 records because
Yeah.
it's like the full progression happens. This is where they ended up, and it's great. But like, while I love the songs, I think sonically it is the most interesting.
Yep.
It's not the one I put on. It doesn't have my favorite songs. Not to say that I
No.
don't love the songs on it, but this isn't it. This isn't it.
No, it's basically for those reasons why I have Forget What You Know as number 2. Number
Mm.
2. All right. I think it is a fantastical concept album. I think there's so much going on, so much energy, tension. Like you could feel everything the band was going through in that album because basically they were equated to a relationship breaking up, right? And that's basically what the whole album is. And even in the end, where it never really kind of ends because the last track is like 13 minutes and like the last 10 of that is the same sound, just kind of repeating over and over again, right? And I don't know, I just find that yep, number 2. I have a number 2.
That's
What do you
fair.
have? What do you have number 2?
Number 2, and this was really hard. This is one of those things where like,
You're gonna split hairs. I hear
yeah,
it.
I mean, not even hairs. This is like Sophie's choice here,
That's fair.
and we know what Sophie chose. We all know what Sophie chose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sophie chose to save the world and lose the girl, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like I am. That's right. 2000s, Save the World, Lose the Girl, the first Midtown full-length record. This album is, I mean, this is 2000. That's what I think of. This is
It is
what
100%.
early 2000s, this is what it's all about. I mean, this is like an indie sound, but it's like raw pop punk. I hadn't heard, it felt like they took pop punk with this album and did something completely different with it that anybody else had done at that point. And I don't know how else to explain it, but it's just like,
No, I get that.
we knew in 2000 when it was pop punk, we knew Green Day, We knew Enema of the State, we knew Blink, we knew Offspring, we knew Rancid, we knew all this stuff that was like quote unquote pop punk at the time. And then this comes out, and obviously they were like probably like, the real start of emo as it eventually became known as in the modern term emo. Like they were like, we're gonna sing these like heartfelt bangers,
Right.
and that's what it is. But then also like it just rock and roll, which
Oh,
kicks it off, is like just like we said earlier, they're just a fucking confident, cocky as hell rock band. And you just want to, you know, they just grab you with it. And I think that the album has all those feelings. It has the songs you just want to rock out to. It has the heartfelt songs. It does everything. It is the blueprint for emo pop punk to come.
and that is why I had Save the World, Forget the Girl number one. All right. I just feel like, again, this is a fun little exercise of always like, well, if I'm going to throw on an album, that's the one I'm going to throw on because I feel like you could. So like how basically you can take Lifetime and make that every kind of melodic hardcore, like just listen, or there's not a majority, one of the two, and just like that's the blueprint, like you just said. Saves the World is the blueprint to make a pop. It's pop punk album. It is 100%. And that's why I have it number one. That's the one I'm going to throw on. It's funny how you said it's the 2000s in a bottle, and it's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is.
You
So
know,
you have again.
yeah, I can't fault you. You don't have a faulty foundation there, Phil. But
Mm-mm.
yeah, so that means for me, my number one is 2002, their MCA major label debut. Living Well is the best revenge. I just think this is, to me, this is what I would put if I was to shoot a pop punk album into space. So future species could know what a pop punk album can sound like. This is one of the albums that's on there for sure. I think this is a perfect pop punk album. It has tremendous hooks, catchy as hell. The production is so crisp. This is Mark Trombino did this one of Jimmy Eat World and
Once, who
Ranch.
hasn't Mark Trump? Jimmy Eat World and Blink and Jesus Christ, who else? Isn't he in Drive Like Jehu?
Yep. Isn't
Yeah,
that like
all right.
he's done them all. He's done all starting line. He's done everything. But here's the thing: he also created Donut Friend in LA, which is a vegan donut shop, and
Mm-hmm.
Cremo, the ice cream counterpart. That's right, it's Cremo, not Screamo, Phil. And
Primo.
my favorite flavor of Cremo ice cream is Midtown. So, anyway,
Oh my gosh, really? That's amazing. I love every second of it. Yeah, yeah.
anyway, nonetheless, donuts and ice cream aside, Living Well is the Best Revenge is my favorite Midtown record and one of my favorite records ever. And it just energizes me in such a way that I don't know. It's perfect. Become What You Hate, that opening track is just like grabs you by the throat, and it's like, and then it ends with like find comfort in yourself, where you have a little,
Right.
a little special appearance by Vinnie Caruana of Movie Life
There you go.
and the
Yep.
Avalanche. Yeah, it's Get It Together, like a movie. I mean, I just think, what can I say, Phil? I love this record.
That's okay. I mean, that's okay. Loving. I was trying to think of a good pun with the name of the album in there, but I can't do it. But I'm glad you enjoy this record.
Yeah,
I
Loving
feel
Well is the best revenge.
that's it. Can we just talk about the titles of these albums are amazing or are amazing? And also, it's not even Forget What You Know, because in the album he screams "Fuck What You Know," which is even better. And I kind of wish they kept that as a title. They should have done that. But Living Well is the best revenge, and then Save the World, Forget the Girl. Great titles.
Lose the Girl. Lose the Girl.
Lose the Girl. I always say Forget the Girl. That's the other album. Great titles.
Great titles. Great titles. Great band. They didn't need to do more than 3 albums. They were like, we've perfected it. We're done. See ya. Mic drop.
I appreciate there's something to be said about that when actually you come and granted they did break up right because of the tension and all that but there is something to be said to coming in making 3 really great albums and leaving. It's like modern baseball. Modern baseball came in, made 3 great studio albums, was like, all right, we're done. That's it. We're not gonna say anything else.
There's nothing wrong with that. Title Fight, same thing, right? Like
Title Fight, same thing, right? Just coming in, cut some albums and leaving on top. I wonder what fourth album, it sounded like, by them, Midtown.
They did do when they did the reunion. They did some covers. They did
Right.
for a
Okay. Right.
couple like little like singles, but yeah, I don't. But you know, we talked about this in our movie life episode.
Yeah.
I don't want bands to do that where it feels like they come back and it feels like, well, it doesn't really feel like it's part of the same breath.
Sequence. Yeah. And then you always run the risk of is it a cash grab? Because everybody is very nostalgic for these bands right now, so we just go out and buy all their stuff. I mean, that's the truth of the business right there.
Hey, when is it not a cash grab? I mean, let's face it,
100%.
times are tough.
Yeah, ton of stuff. Like, look, if someone's gonna listen to, they're actually that excited to buy something that I sang, produced, and all that, I'd be kind of okay with that. Sure thing, why not? But
I wish this band would do another reunion tour because I
I,
sadly did not get to see them on the reunion tour, even though I had multiple opportunities, but they all kind of fell apart.
mm, well, they'll come back around. Don't worry. Maybe they'll do a twofer. There'll be a Cobra Starship Midtown set.
Maybe.
Cobra Midtown. Mid Starship. I like Mid Starship. That's much better. Let's do that. It's like a mix of the two. All right, Jeff. Let me say thanks to a couple people. I want to say thanks to Jacob Butler for doing all the music, and executive producer Megan for everything that she does. And remember, you can check out the stores that are available on T Public and the Dashery. If you feel very lofty and you want to help out the show, go right ahead, buy some products. Make sure you tag us in any photos you do. That'd be really great to see what everybody's wearing. I always love watching what people select. I think that's a lot of fun. Check us out on social media. And is YouTube social media, Jeff? Do you feel YouTube social media?
Uh, it's media.
Media. All right. I've always been kind of weirded out by that phrase. But anyway, so check us out on social media. Make sure you follow us there as well as on all the different Audible platforms where you can listen to us on the podcast or watch us on YouTube.
But we're not on Audible.
Not on Audible, though. Nope.
Wait, does that mean we have to write a book about the podcast and
Well,
then put it on Audible?
what would the name of the book be?
Millennial Diner podcast book.
It's very direct
Mhm.
to the point.
Maybe it's a working title.
It's a working title. Yeah.
We'll work on it.
It's a bit mid.